What is my time limit? What at time?
I can't see him very well.
15? Do our best.
I don't know. I think I might.
I waited this long. I can wait a few more
Should I wear
seconds.
my
I want
coat?
to just take a second and thank some people.
That's Mike.
Haley,
It's Mike Dunworth's who's gone.
beautiful. I know you did the vast majority of the planning. Absolutely stunning. Miss Cindy, Mr. Cameron, Bo. Yes, I'm going to make a whole round here. And it's absolutely beautiful tonight. Thank you all for putting this together. Paige for coordinating pretty much the caboodle here. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Bridesmaids, groomsmen, everybody that was at the rehearsal dinner last night. Appreciate you guys helping to flip this place around and get ready for wedding day. Bartenders, servers, photographers, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And everybody that's here, Tanner and Haley are two of my best friends in the entire world. The fact that this many people would take time out of a Saturday evening to come celebrate them, it blesses my heart. So thank you all for being here. For those of you that don't know, I am Woodrow's older brother. And I call him Woodrow for a very specific reason. When we were little boys, we used to like watching westerns, okay? We'd watch Roy Rogers, we'd watch Bonanza, we'd watch The Lone Ranger, all of them, Andy Griffith Show, okay? And as we got a little bit older, Mom and Dad let us watch Lonesome Dove for the first time. And if you've ever seen Lonesome Dove, you know it's one of the greatest TV miniseries ever produced, okay? But the premise of it, actually, they walked, the bridal party walked down to a song out of Lonesome Dove. Yeah, so if you like the song, go watch the series. But the premise of it is that there were two characters, and they're basically like brothers, they're best friends. One of them is played by Tommy Lee Jones, he plays Woodrow F. Call, and another one is played by Robert Duvall, he plays Augustus McCrae. And when you're two little boys and you're watching, TV or movies or whatever, you kind of put yourself in the script, right? You kind of imagine yourself in there. And neither one of us, we didn't really resonate with Woodrow F. Call too much because he was the more stoic, kind of strong, silent type fella. But Augustus McCrae, on the other hand, was fun-loving, adventurous, kind of a charismatic ladies' man type, and that was the one that he and I both wanted to be. So rather than just in the third person calling ourselves Gus, we have called each other Woodrow for about 15 years. So, if y'all are walking around this evening and you come up to give Tanner and Haley your congratulations, it would just suit me right down to the ground if y'all would call him Woodrow. The other part of that some of y'all might be pretty amazed by is the idea that I'm actually his older brother. Because you look at us, and most people think that he's older than me. Okay, and there's a good reason for it. Mom and Dad actually have some, relatively decent genetics. Would y'all stand up? Look at these specimens here. But these relatively decent genetics saw me come in and avoided me like the plague. And then here comes Woodrow 2 years later, and they're like, yep, that's our guy. So now we have Woodrow, tall, lean, good metabolism. He's got that long, he used to have that long, curly, thick blonde hair. And here I am, me. Got a personality, as they say. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. But he hasn't always looked this way, okay? As a matter of fact, when he was born, he looked quite different. Mom, as I recall, what was he, 9 pounds? 9? Was he 9? 8, 7? Okay, so not quite as heavy as I thought, but just as fat as I remember. This guy had more rolls than Texas Roadhouse, I swear. Okay? He looked like the Michelin Man. He was indeed so fat when he was born that he slept for 3 days. Mom thought something was wrong with him. I knew something was wrong with him. Actually, I thought his name was Cody Gandy. He slept so much. But obviously, he doesn't look like that anymore. We've got this American Tarzan here before us now. But the thing is, life changes you. You grow up, you change, That's what happens. That's life, right? But there are a couple of things that I know about Woodrow that have been constant through the years, okay? The first one is on the first freeze of the year, cool, brisk evening, you're going to find him in a deer stand, and his favorite thing to come home to, hey, take notes, is hot chicken and dumplings and a fire in the fireplace. Okay? And that he likes to make, he does like to make, he'll make it before he goes out. He'll make the fire if you make the chicken and dumplings, but that is one of his favorite things, and that's something that's never changed. The other thing that's never changed is his character. And this is a man who is loyal and trustworthy, one of the hardest workers that I've ever seen. He loves what is good, what is true, what is noble, what is right, and he's been that way for as long as I can remember. As a matter of fact, Haley, you coming down the aisle is the first thing I've seen make him cry since he was a little boy, and I got him in trouble over something, I'm sure. And that tender little heart that he had just couldn't help but pull back the tears. He couldn't help but let him go. Mom and Dad get on to him, give him that look, and that was it. He just started crying. So he loves what is good and what is true and what is right, and he's always been that way. Woodrow, I love you so much, and I'm so thankful for the man that you are. I'm proud of the man that you are. Haley, I want you to know, you're not just getting a good man for you. You're getting a truly good man in a world full of boys. A lot of grown boys out there. Ladies, you know, it's slim pickings these days. But he is a good, sorry, I can't help but make a joke. He is a good man. And Haley, being that I am his older brother, there are certain obligations that come with that territory, okay? The older siblings in the room know what I'm talking about. You are obligated to poke and tease and annoy. It's really one of our most time-honored traditions as older siblings. And you only hope that who your little sibling chooses to spend the rest of their life with would be able to carry that mantle. And Haley, you do. You carry that mantle well. You have the capacity to poke and tease and push his buttons. As a matter of fact, you shared a little bit last night at the rehearsal dinner about the first time that you realized that you wanted to marry this man. Well, I have a story about Haley that was the first time that I decided I wanted Tanner to marry Haley. And as I recall, they were having a movie night, sitting on the couch. And Woodrow, he likes to wear this little knife on his belt, this little, in a leather little sheath back there. And they're sitting there, and probably watching Lonesome Dove. And Haley reaches around and she starts trying to slide that knife out of his scabbard. And he reaches back there and he grabs her hand. And he looks over at her and she goes, "You felt that?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, nobody gets this knife out of my scabbard without me knowing." In typical Woodrow fashion. Well, fast forward 45 minutes or an hour or so, as I recall. They're in the kitchen. Haley comes up to him and she says, "Hey, Tanner, can you help me with this little straggler I got on my shirt?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he reaches back for his knife, turns around, and there she is holding his knife saying, "I guess you'll need this." And when I heard that story, I decided, that is the woman I want my little brother to marry because she can carry the mantle. You are, well, since the first time you came around, you fit right into the family. It's as if we had a Haley-sized hole that you filled right up to the brim, and you filled all of our hearts right up to the brim. We love you so much. We thank you. So here is a toast. Actually, I want to add one more thing before the toast. All right, have I had my 15 minutes yet? All right. Haley, I'll tell you this. Don't leave on this. Bring it home. I have never seen anything in this world in 25 and a half years of knowing and loving this man. I have never seen a single thing bring him more excitement, a bigger smile, more joy than what you brought. Okay? And so we thank you for that. You hold his little heart in your palm of your hand. This is a big heart, really. It's a big heart. And you'll hold it for the rest of his life. So, a toast to Woodrow and Haley. A long, long life together. Many memories. And never stop choosing each other. Love you.